Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos at London. This is Changeling Edition. Today we find ourselves at Castle, I guess, where, as is per the usual, he'll be sitting inside on his throne room. His set of power armor sitting or standing up by itself to the side of him. It's pretty general castle, pretty general throne room. The only thing really of note is that there's a gold coin smashed into the stonework of the castle towards the top of it.
They would have to make a really difficult perception check to see that if it's at the top of the castle.
It's almost at the top.
Yeah. Well, since someone has to go, Will was making her way through the castle. I guess I'm pretty sure she's been there before. Yeah, because she's been there once before, I think now. So, because yeah, she was there when she met Canthos. That's right. So, has word gotten out that Canthos has left or whatever?
But
Yes, we're going off the Canthos as well.
as far as you guys know, he's going into a quest into the dreaming.
Oh, okay. So yes.
Okay. Yeah, she's making her way through. More sure about her directions now that she's actually been there once. That first time was a little bit more, where am I going? But now she kind of knows a little bit. And yeah, she's carefully making her way through, dressed in a nice dress, flats because heels just seem very impractical and silly sometimes, and a nice coat because it is in fact cold outside. And she's going to make her way through to where she's supposed to apparently have an appointment. Would she be stopped someplace along the way?
I'm sorry, I was asking a question for somebody else. What was the question?
Will she be stopped along the way to meet with Nathan?
Probably just to ask your name, but other than that, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, well, she'd give a name and wait where appropriate, etc., etc. And if, when it's time, go in.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think the wait would be too terribly long. Nathan will be sitting there and I say, "Hey, what's up?"
She will, in fact, do another one of those curtsies that he hated the other day, but not. She's not going to stay down. She gets he doesn't like all of the formality as much. So she's just going to do a little one and, bob her head up. More of a head bob with a little bit of a skirt thing,
Yeah.
And she'll just, yeah. Hopefully he'll notice that she's trying to not be so stodgy. And she'll just say, what time of day is it? Like afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. And she'll just say, good afternoon, my lord. Thank you for seeing me.
Of course. What did you want to speak with me about?
I have a question for you that I hope you might have a good answer for.
Okay, what's your question?
Well, I had made arrangements to help Canthos with trying to get this place organized. With Squire Canthos being gone, I was wondering if I might perhaps take over that position and attempt to get this thing up and going, and so we can actually find things where they're supposed to be at.
So I can say, well, Detlef suggested you. You do seem to have a better eye for the whole political thing than I do. I don't have a problem with letting you have a shot at it.
chance for it would be all I would ask. If it turns out not to work out for you, then you let me go. She actually looked surprised when he said that Detlef suggested her. Like, really? Okay. That's really all I was hoping for. I just wanted the chance, and possibly a raise in rank at some point would be good. But for now, if you can point me in the direction of where to go, because I'm assuming there might be some weird amount of paperwork and people to organize.
We'll just kind of nod, and he'll gesture to a little side room that is towards the back of the throne room, where a massive amount of paperwork piling up on the table.
Yeah, and if Parchment is standing there with his arms crossed, she'll kind of pause in her step as she does the polite head bob to Baron, and then she'll kind of stop to meet Parchment's eyes as well in a very polite kind of fashion. What kith is he? I can't tell from that picture.
He's a boggin.
Okay. Apparently a very strong boggin. And she'll continue because she's going to assume that she should probably not hear every bit of business that's happening.
Hey, he, as you're leaving, just you might want to stay for this bit, dear.
If my lord will allow, I will stay. Sure.
Yeah, this may be something that you got Parchment.
Well, remember that bit of business you had me going on all, coursing like?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I run into a bit of a snag, see? I don't find things. People show up to my door, and I don't go looking for much. But some friends of mine will have some pull around this area, as it were. Has whispered something into my ear that I figure you might find interesting.
What's that?
Has to do with who really runs the manor, as the paperwork goes, sir.
I gotcha. Over in the Grey World.
Yeah, the other place that folks don't pay much attention to. Well, that's the thing. I know where to start looking, but I don't know where it's going to end up. And I figured you might want to put someone who was good with seeking things out.
What is it you're trying to find out here? Who owns the other side, essentially?
It's something most folks like us never really pay much attention to. You see, when you go into a freehold, all you really care about who the lord of the manor is, who owns it, all titled up and stuff. But in the Grey World, there's someone that usually owns that pile of bricks, and might take actions would upset the court and all that. So I figured we should find out who really does own this pile of bricks, so we can be that person, if it's possible.
Wouldn't that be a matter of public record?
It would, you think. However, I've done my due diligence, and I can tell you that it is not on any public record of note.
That's not gonna lie.
And Philippa looks a bit confused at this point, and then she will offer a hand to this boggin. And she'll just say, Philippa de Medici. And she has a very Italian sort of accent. but speaks English fluently.
I'm sure you are.
Hmm?
In response to your hand coming out there, he says, I'm sure you are.
She will hide, and I can totally roll if I have to. She will hide her reaction that he just kind of essentially dismissed her. And she'll pull the hand back. Okay, well, I just thought we should be polite here, but very well.
Hold on. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
Sir, I'm pretty certain you wouldn't know anything about my knickers.
You're not from round here, are you?
No.
I thought not.
My mother's English.
Okay, then. Well, good for you. Look, I understand how to do. Do you want me to?
I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't make me no never mind. I want everyone to smile when they deal with the Apache.
I don't. She looks a little confused at this point, and she's just going to say, so what we need then is someone.
Look, the only people who had any idea as to even where to even start looking was the notorious gang leader who gets free texts from me, and the bookie what runs most of the action in all of Acme. Savvy?
So yeah, definitely something shady going on.
And something that should be resolved. If there's any possibility that they might be able to cut off access to the freehold.
It's been done before.
Exactly.
I figure we keep this under our hats, find out the situation, resolve it, and no one's the wiser. But if you're going to take old Campos' place, I figured you might want to know this.
At least I am temporarily. We shall see whether it's permanent or not. And I appreciate the knowledge.
I'm nothing if not helpful.
And also nameless, since I don't actually know your name.
It's true. I ain't giving it, have I? You're a smart one, you. You'll go far.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
Okay. Nathan's just gonna like do some rapping on the wall.
Is it in a very specific pattern?
Yeah.
You get the pattern back that says "fuck you, Nathan."
We'll chuckle a little bit and then yell for Steven to come in.
He comes in with a booze. Ready for any? He's a goblin. What do you expect?
Yeah. It's a little short goblin voice. After Nathan calls. Yeah. Hey, you do me a favor.
Depends.
There's some shady shit going on in this place, but in the gray world. I want you to go and figure out what it is. And tell me.
Well, I get
To enjoy the shady shit that they're doing.
on what drugs.
Fine.
And he'll, as he's walking out, he'll say, again, "Fuck." "Fuck." 'You." 'Fuck. 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 'You." he's just walking out and going into the railroad. So continue on.
Well, that's that then.
I might. Well, no, that wouldn't really help. As she looks like she's considering something.
What you thinking?
But I say I might be able to persuade a cop or two to keep a closer eye on the place, but I really don't think that would help us. That would probably hinder us more than help.
Something to
You
keep
call
in
the
mind.
old Bill.
I may know a couple of them or so. But I'm not going to because I don't think it would help.
Never did like myself a bent copper.
Well, sometimes they can be useful.
I tell you, can. However, never been a grass myself. I've never had the opportunity to work with the old Bill.
Well, I don't think they're going to be any good at finding paperwork.
It's not paperwork we're looking for.
Well, paperwork might possibly have the person who owns this place on it.
Well, see, that's where the funny part is the paperwork might not even exist. It might just be a person what has this place. It's a mystery. It sounds amazing. But I don't think I'm going to get my toe in that particular pool, as I'm not really well versed in the whole seeky.
Oh God, you just literally said something that I'm a freaking Ilunid.
You don't suffer the house law until you like get title though.
Oh really? Okay, well I was gonna play it, but that's fine.
I mean, if you want to play up as flavor on your character, you could totally do that. We had some other PCs who did that, so it's ultimately up to you.
Well, we'll just say that she's interested in the situation, is trying to figure this out. Because I didn't even have it open to be able to read it and see what I'd have to do. All right. I mean, why couldn't someone just see if we could find out who owns the building? Say that maybe walk up to the people who rent from it or whatever and ask for the phone number of the person who owns the place so that perhaps we might be able to rent from it as well.
That's worth a try, but it depends on how open people who own it are. Which nobody is. There's no paperwork there. They're probably being pretty secretive for a reason.
That's exactly why we need to find out. Not only is it an issue, but I mean, I do like secrets. Well, on OOC level, what is the building on the other side? Like, what kind of building is this?
It's another castle.
It's a castle, so like, I mean, is it like a business? Does it have businesses in it? Does it have? Does it have apartments? Is it, or is it just? Is it just like a castle that you can visit, like tourist trap?
Hmm. I don't know yet.
I'm just like, because if it's like, if it is, it turns out if it is businesses, I'll do that myself in another scene. I'll just walk in there and be like, "Can I have a phone number for whoever manages this property?" If it's apartments, it's a little bit of a different story.
I haven't decided yet. I just started formulating this plot not too long ago, so
Okay. Well, let me know once you know. That'll work. Well, then she'll kind of turn to look at both of them. I'll keep an eye out for anything that I might run across in that, as she gestures to the gigantic pile of paperwork, and wondering idly just how many people actually help her with this.
Well, that looks fun, don't it?
well, that's pretty much the reaction you get from the other knights.
As in, nobody's willing to own up to doing it?
Much.
If I try to start drafting people, like servants or whoever, to help me, can I do that?
I don't have a problem with it.
Anybody who knows how to read a ledger?
Do what you gotta do.
I have finance 1. I can do this.
Your right-hand man knight, the one that used to be the right-hand man of the old Baron, says he's too busy with his actual job to be a chamberlain.
Oh, what's his actual job? From what I've seen, mostly he seems to be standing around, looking menacing.
Well, the safety of the Baron is one of them, as well as making sure everybody's doing their jobs.
Okay.
I will just say that it's also a safety hazard if there's that many piles of paper in the same place, and what if someone drops a match on it?
We do have goblins in the castle. There is a goblin.
You just
Also-
set it all on fire and start moving.
Or also, it could all just fall over, and then you'd never find whoever's buried under it.
He'll just kind of blatantly look at the stone floor, and then the stone walls. Real worried about a fire spreading.
Can you get at least one of your two to help with that, please?
And he's I'll see who's on the skip.
Why not Sir Reginald? He likes accounting.
All I can say is that
I mean,
all I can say is that Philip is not going to chase down this guy to do this stuff. This is honestly not her problem. If the Baron wants to keep a lazy person around, that's his problem. What she's going to do is work on the paperwork, and she's going to try to draft people who look like they might be useful.
I don't know, at this point Nathan's moved on from trying to get this guy specifically to getting people that can work for it.
oh yeah.
And having the captain go and tell them, hey, go help with this.
You will
The Baron
donate.
my
demands
God.
it.
Detlef will do it.
I'm pretty certain that Detlef wants
No,
to
this-
ride
this-
around on his horse and be grand.
Elf is busy, like, being a surveyor. Elf has enough responsibility.
That is true. But no need you. Give me a moment. I'll pop into the Grey Road and send off a text.
Okay.
So,
This guy's thing.
never me put on Tiger. Don't judge me. You know how many NPC streams I've been working on.
Nathan's gonna actually say, this is terribly rude. I never caught your name.
Damn it, Tiger! Why'd you do this to me? Now I have to go make him a name on.
There are name
Um,
generators. It's really easy.
While everyone is talking or whatever, and Parchment kind of looks at everybody, and he begins to slowly leave while everyone is distracted.
That's fine. While you're using the distraction for that, Philippa will actually ask the Baron what the hell your name is, since you're rude enough not to offer it. Only she won't say what the hell. She'll say, "What is his name?"
Oh, that's Parchment.
Thank you.
But he's helpful. You know.
And could use a few lessons in etiquette.
When he hears that, Parchment laughs hysterically.
You were backing away. I was trying to do it when you were far enough away that you wouldn't have heard.
Okay.
She wasn't going to talk about you in front of your face. That is politically inept. You talk about people when they can't hear you.
Parchment never talks about anybody.
So, he actually looks really embarrassed when you ask him his name. He'll mumble really, really quietly.
Sorry, what? Just speak up for the rest of the class, please.
Morin.
This guy's a she, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a
Generator, where you are. There's
my,
so many names that you could have given him.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
He says my name that was given to me by my mentor is Cinnamon Bottle.
Alright. I'm gonna just call you Captain.
That is much appreciated, sir.
Alright. So, Captain, I politely request that you get some of your guys, the Medici here, at the Piccolo.
I'm sure some of few of the other she would be excited to work with her as soon as they hear her name. So, he'll nod. Yeah. I'll walk out a little quicker than usual, as he is.
Well, it is safe to assume that Philippa's found what she's doing for the rest of the evening. And she does have a business to run, but I'm going to assume she made arrangements for someone to cover her. Well, if she was going to be here. So, yeah. So, yeah, that kind of...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead. I wasn't really saying anything.
I was just gonna say, like, Nathan's probably just gonna go back sitting on the throne. Got a little sketch pad, he's drawing on it.
You're making
Yeah, he's signing it.
okay. I don't know why. I wanted to give him and then send him about him. I just saw it and it's just that's me.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's not going to interrupt anyone. She's just going to do stuff and delegate whatever she can if she can do that at all. Just work through stuff. And that's pretty much all I had in mind anyway for this, unless you had something else you need to do.
I think the players playing, thank future watchers for watching. It's been another episode of Chaos 1.
And this is your first time seeing
Sirs and Alright.